Why Tupac's fighting in this fight? I don't know.
It's Tupac.
He was there alone.
I'm surprised he didn't have Hennessy when it was Alizé in his hand. That shit was. It's almost like, dude, like I get why just like you said, I get why they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like around that time, everybody was kind of like, I'm surprised they didn't show more people, right? That would have made more sense to me if they would have just had like everybody there. Like you'd have just seen like, far away cameos like, oh shit, that's Tupac. That's Heavy D over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like give them a little shot, but like dialogue.
Yeah.
Especially if you ain't gonna find the right Pac. At least get the nigga that played Pac in the movie. Like, you know what I mean? Don't just grab a nigga.
They wouldn't got Jet Jackson and said
You are now tuned into Black on Black Prime.
Right. Disclaimer. No matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you. And we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say, though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off.
Be careful. Wait a minute. What do you mean be careful?
Welcome.
We back on the BMF thing, man.
I can't hear you too good. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Let me turn my thing right quick. I say hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Yeah, we back with another episode of BMF, episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
We here. I don't know.
I was trying to see how you was gonna start it.
I don't know. I'm developing because I think we had to do this last season too. We got to a point where we started to develop the I don't give a fuck. Like kind of like they don't give a fuck, so we shouldn't give a fuck. I think I'm starting to develop that.
Yeah, there's something in me that wants to like this show because other people don't like it. So I'm just like, because I don't like to follow the lead of people or whatever, because it's like I don't try to watch reviews because I don't want to take something that somebody else said. But it's like if it pops up on my feed, like I'm scrolling, and I see somebody be like, "Man, fuck this show, man, this shit is stupid." Like, I'm like, damn, like, is it that bad? Maybe I should pay more attention to what's really going on. And I was sitting there, I was just like, this shit is just moving. Like all over the place, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's not going to reach the end until the end, and it's just a bullet just going right past like all of these different scenes. How you were saying last episode, I feel like something happens so quick, and there's no like real resolve.
No,
it's just going. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm cool with you on this. Like even like with Charles, right? Like Charles is just like, hey, Meech, I don't like what you're doing. I'm gonna help you. I don't like what you're doing. Let me sign off on this. I don't like what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just too much of an on and off. And then you got these new characters that I haven't fell in love with at all yet.
Right.
And you make them do the craziest things. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like this funny now. You know what I mean? When the little Henrietta
Blade.
Yeah, like seeing her now, I'm just like, dude, this is a comedy. Y'all can't possibly think this is supposed to be like, if this is a real person, I'd be mad as the person. I was like, that's what y'all got to play. I'm like that. That's what y'all think of me.
It's just to the point of just being ridiculous. And like I said, I think I'm not going to go back and rewatch our old reviews for last season, but I think for half of the season we were irritated because we were expecting something real, and then by the second half we were just kind of like, it is what it is. Not that we liked it, but it was just like, they don't give a fuck. Why do we give a fuck? And I think I'm getting that early now, because I literally watched this like it was like I watched this like I don't need to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? I watched this like I don't need to focus on new characters or focus on what this person does. When people get killed in here, it's like they just fell off the train and keep the train going. There's no real moments in here where it's like, oh, gotta remember he said that. Like you see 2 Chainz left, and that's supposed to be like he gonna be on the other side now. Like, I don't really give a fuck.
2 Chainz looked like he was gonna be that nigga from the start. Like, just him, right. Like his whole demeanor and you know the way he was coming at Meech. You know what I mean? And it's like he finally got on, but then out of nowhere he's just like, man, I don't like how this is being handled or whatever. And then he's trying to get his boys to go out with him. And then they was like, nah, you ain't never gave us no money before. This nigga Meech sold all his Rolex to give them money.
He pawned them.
Yeah, he pawned all his Rolexes, whatever that, you know, whatever, right? And 2 Chainz leaves knowing that, like, okay, 2 Chainz gonna be back. He gonna, you know what I mean? He gonna snake somebody. And he probably gonna get killed. You know what I mean? So
will he get killed? I don't know. Well, I can. You're right. You're right.
He's gonna die.
Yeah.
Because who's gonna die? Who else is gonna get killed? Not Meech and Terry.
No. No, not Meech. Not anybody that's been in 3 seasons so far.
Right. And like their whole group is like his niggas. So it's like he ain't gonna kill none of his niggas. Well, possibly.
Lil Baby was there for absolutely no reason.
I mean, he was there for a cameo. There's the whole cameo episode.
It's literally like somebody just like, hey, man, you want to be in the Yeah, come on, we'll write you in.
Yeah, I mean, they had Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? They had Young Miami, Cash Doll. You know, this is the show to introduce you to new rap. I wouldn't be surprised if Bow Wow's the next villain. He just pop up out of nowhere and they like just with an S curl. You know what I mean? Like Bow Wow be DJ Quick.
That would be hilarious.
You know
that would be hilarious. So trying to piece together some of the story that happened. So in here, so we see Terry's back with Markeisha. We see Detective. I want to call him Detective Howard. That's not his name.
I think it's Stevens, if I'm not mistaken, but I can go check just so.
Don't even check. It's not important. Don't check. It's not important.
The bald head man.
Yeah, the bald head brother. He has the plan for Blade to help transport their drugs in a fucking EMT.
An ambulance.
Ambulance. He has the plan to do that, but they're also being tracked by the other undercovers that we don't really care too much about.
It's Detective Brian, if you care, but
no. But they're being tailed by the other detectives. The other detectives interrupt the drug bust, and they shoot one of Terry's henchmen.
Yeah. And the other, well, no, was that Terry's henchman that got shot, or was that was Henrietta's henchman?
It was one of each. So one of Henrietta's got shot, and one of Terry's got shot.
Yeah, one of them didn't die though. One of them just went to jail.
Which one?
He was like, you know, what's the name? Got pinched, like he locked up.
Okay, yeah. That's what happened. Yeah,
Henrietta's boy got shot by Detective Bryant.
Right.
Yeah.
And Henrietta shot. The scenes go from the peak of 100 back down to like a 7 because she said, "Oh!" no. And she shot her gun in the air and then put her gun away and sat down calmly. I was like, it escalated and de-escalated that fast.
I was rolling. She was just like, what? He was like my blood.
So she said that was my blood. That's her cousin.
I was just like, man, come on, dude. Like, let's not do this. Like,
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing.
Trying to make us laugh. This is a comedy. It's a drama. It's a dramedy.
And then after that, the lady, she's in the room having the white girl's trying to have sex with her, but she's like, no, suck on my cousin because he going through it. And it's like, she like, I don't want meat. I don't went back to my. I said, do it, I'll kill you.
You're just like, you either what did she say, useful hoe or a dead hoe. You know what I mean? And
I don't got no energy for the show. Now that I'm thinking about it, I just don't. I just don't.
It's because it's all over the place, you know. And you know, there's so many characters to keep up with. You know, you have the whole trying to figure out now, like, who do you feel that Henrietta and Detective Brian are the ones that call Child Protective Services, or you feel like that's somebody else?
At this point, it could be Cameron.
Hey, yo.
It could be Mace. Mace called Child Protective Services because they in Florida and they don't like what's going on. It could be any fucking body that did it.
Yeah, at this point. Terry is salty at Markeisha still, like, even though he was with her, like, that nigga accused her of calling CPS.
Yeah.
And after that happened, that's the same day they was about to have sex and his mom came in, and then
that
was beforehand, right? Or after. I feel like they was messing around.
He showed up. He came to the bedroom.
Yeah.
They sat on the bed and was talking for a minute, but then that scene ended. So I think it's assumed that something happened there. And then later on we see him at his new apartment, and she showed up at his new apartment. And that's when it was about to go down, but then his mama showed up.
That's when his mom pulled up and was like, you know, this is a situation. He was just like, that's why I got the new house and all of that, right? Lucille.
Well, let me say something about Lucille and the dark-skinned nigga. The dark-skinned nigga had some popcorn balls flown in from Cleveland. Is Charles and Lucille from Cleveland?
Like originally?
Yeah.
I don't think so. From what I remember, like Charles was possibly from Detroit.
So no, I'm only asking that because dude was like, yeah, we had these back when we was in Cleveland. He said it like that's where they grew up.
Mm-hmm.
But they also talk like they all went to high school together at one point.
Like he knows who Charles. I mean, he knows Charles like from back in the day or whatever too.
That's how it seemed, or maybe I just heard it wrong.
It's possible. They all might have grew up in the same time, because it's like he fucked up and then she got with Charles, because she been with Charles for a long time too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. But anyways, Lucille trying to get something because our nasty friend at the church was talking about it, giving them some sex.
That heifer said, "A good man is hard to find, but a hard man is good to find," and then handed her a yam.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, in the church, huh?
In the church, baking cakes.
Church. Yeah, baking cakes. And Lucille, she probably gonna end up giving him the draws. You see Charles finds the check. And why is something always hanging out? I be getting irritated at that kind of shit. Like, that's just like, I would have been happier if he would have just went through her purse, like on some like, see what this bitch doing. You know what I mean? Like, don't have certain shit just hanging out. Like, you know how people be catching people, like people's texts be hanging out of their pocket, hanging out of their purses, just like, oh, I saw that. It's like, it's a check. Put that shit up. It's 10 grand.
Or give it to the church like you were supposed to.
That shit hanging out like a hash brown. They're like,
hey.
it's like, man, you don't put that shit in your safe? What?
When Charles walked in there, did you think dude was there upstairs?
Nah, I did.
I had the sense of he was
that
there.
Should have been a savage for that shit. That stupid ass nigga came in the house like, I was like, yo, what's wrong with this nigga?
He had their pointer system papers for her. He was like, he was happy.
That nigga said, "Good." She said, "Good night, Charles." That nigga always getting turned down.
But no, when he did that, she was washing dishes. She looked back. And she was like, "You're not supposed to be here yet." I was like, "This nigga finna come downstairs like Lucille. I had a time tonight." I was like, Charles finna beat his ass in his house.
Oh, African squaw fuck. That should have been funny,
man.
And they would have pulled the legit hammer on him. What's it called? Jack the Rapper.
Mm-hmm.
We all know.
I don't know if I want to talk about that scene.
So Meech is going there to handle business. You know what I mean? Going out there to do drugs. He didn't want his dad to come because his dad pulled up and saw the tickets. But his dad knows what Jack the Rapper is too and has been wanting to go since he was younger. So Meech goes there on some, drug business type shit. And there's a lot of characters there.
Yeah. Wait. You skip past the part why he was even out there. Meech wants his dad to sign for a house.
Right. Yeah.
Because the HOA don't play about that shit.
Right.
But at the same time, they fraudulently printed his dad some checks. So I'm like, if you could do all of that for him, why can't you do that for yourself?
So has Meech been to jail yet in this? From what I remember,
not that I know of.
Been locked up. That's what I was thinking. I was just like, well, maybe he couldn't do it because he has a record or something like that, and he wanted his dad to do it because his dad's never been locked up. But in my mind, I'm just like, if he's giving him fake, stubs, like why he couldn't just use his fake stubs? And
that's what I was thinking.
And he had a hookup. The girl that was there, was just like she wanted to fuck him.
She gave him that look like, you do it, don't, whatever the fuck she said. It was like she gave him the eyes like, nigga, when he leave, I'm back.
Yeah.
There was literally no reason for his dad to sign for that house is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. But anyway, he that's what I said. Like, it's too back and forth with Charles, man. Like, he don't believe in what his son is doing. Like, he just yelled at his son last episode about, people coming to his house. Like, that's not the first thing he said to him, though. You would think he would pull up on his son like, you got these motherfuckers coming to my house, and what's up with that? He was just like, hey, son, this is nice. First class was amazing.
Look at that piano right there. Let me hear the sound. Oh, that music good. This speaker's good.
Nigga, if my son sells dope, and he's just like, Dad, I got a first class ticket. I'm like, man, what's your first class ticket, man? You selling dope. Like, if I'm standing by, I don't work with, I don't like what you're doing. I'm not going to accept things from you that I know that you paid for with dope money.
Yeah, but if I do accept it, then don't bring it up again.
But it's just how Charles is. Charles keep on saying like, yo, I don't rock with what you're doing, but I'm a ride first class though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come out here and sign papers.
Right. So that's why he's out there. But the Jack the Rapper thing, they give some history on it. It's not something. I'm from California. I don't know nothing about that shit.
It was a little bit before our time. Kind of probably in the same. Actually, when we were like probably kids, like babies. You know what I mean? Like they had. You don't think so? We wasn't teenagers.
No, this shit. Jack the Rapper is the 90s too.
Yeah, we was kids. We was kids in the 80s. Oh, well, I wasn't no teenager.
I wasn't no goddamn baby.
I wasn't no teenager in the 90s, brother.
I wasn't no baby in the 90s.
That's you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Wait, this nigga act like we ain't 1 year apart. Like this nigga want to be so young, so bad. Nigga, you grown.
I wasn't a teenager till 2000.
You a goddamn. What year you graduate?
Huh? Teenagers start what, 13?
Yeah, that's the first team.
Yeah, it was late 90s. I was a teenager. Like 98.
Yeah, you was. That's what I said. We was teenagers, but I get it was a big deal for there. Like I said before, it's like a broken record. This is a lot of fanfare, so I get why they doing it. They doing it for the niggas that was there and really love BMF.
Absolutely. I feel like all of these shows that are coming out now is just like, like even when we was talking about the Bob Marley movie, like we gotta watch the documentary before you watch any biopic.
I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I'm talking to the public, not it's like I feel like if you don't know, some of this shit can come off like, yo, what the fuck is going on? But like, just like you said, the people that are out there in Detroit is just like, oh, that's Big Sam. That's whoopie-wop.
So the thing with me, and the reason why I say I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't watch a documentary. I don't be necessarily that invested unless it's somebody I care about. If they dropped the Outkast documentary, I'm gonna watch that just to watch that. And then they happen to drop a movie, I'm gonna watch the movie too. But it's like if I'm not invested, I just want to see a good movie. With Bob Marley, I just wanted to see a good movie. I wasn't invested in his story.
And you also go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was like, you also got to look at this as like biopics. It's usually for somebody that like you're a fan of. Like they do music, they do movies, but these niggas was drug dealers. So it's just like, why would you want to know about them? Period, unless it was just like, you was a part of that, city, or it's just like, you might be just interested in documentaries, period. But it's like, you can't really fan out about them.
Right.
Damn, this nigga just moved up hella close. And
I turned out the HD.
That nigga
said. I turned off the HD so it could close up because it feel like I was hella far away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just like that. Like if you're not interested in the story of BMF, is like because you can't be a fan of BMF.
We were interested in the BMF story because of course that's all niggas talked about. Like it's the rappers all talk like they was there, so it's like you're interested just off rumor or just off what you heard. So they already have an interest. We're not but it's different to be interested in something and knowing something. So this shit is made for the people that know. We're interested, so tell us the story, nigga. Like, give us the show as if we don't know.
Right. I got a BMF story. You want to hear it?
No.
It's better than the show.
Yeah, bust that. What
It's actually not, but all the motherfuckers they putting in, I might as well be in there too.
Yeah.
So we was at the club, and we was in a section before the section was, because the section was reserved, and we could see that. So we were just in there, you know what I mean, at the section because there was no space in the club. So we were just over there. Group of niggas come around. We don't know who the hell they are, but we see like, the whole like BMF squad or whatever. They got BMF everything going on. So I don't know if they were just visiting. I don't know if it was Meech. I just know that it was the squad or whatever, right? And we was just like kind of there or whatever. And niggas was just like, my boy was just like, hey, yo, can we, can we kick it with y'all or whatever? Can we stay there? It was like, hell no. They were like, y'all gotta go. I was like, oh.
Hey, no lie, I'd have been mad at my partner for asking. Like,
I was low-key
nigga,
mad.
don't fucking ask no shit like that.
I would have never asked. So I was just like, I was just there, and he was just like, you think we can stay right here? We were like, nigga, hell no. Y'all gotta go. So I'm on the next episode. I ain't tell you. They kicking us out of their section.
You know how mad I'd have been? Nigga, I'd have left. I'm not staying here. The fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Like, why would you ask some goofy shit like that? Ain't no fucking groupie, nigga. Move. Nah, you don't go with us, nigga. Go that way.
It's funny. I got this is not pertaining to BMF, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But I got so many embarrassing stories with celebrities.
Not me, nigga.
Because it's LA. It's just like LA is. You see celebrities a lot, so if you clubbing, something gonna happen. You gonna have an interaction.
Asking a nigga to kick it with him and his friends that you don't know is possibly the most lowball shit. I'd have been mad. I'd have looked at him, what the fuck you just say?
I mean, I know why he did it, but I wouldn't have done it.
No, don't do that, nigga.
Because it's like I don't want to like it's funny because it's like my boy knows it's like as soon as somebody kind of tapped me, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just like. There was one time I remember somebody just being like on some move shit, like move out the way, like you in my way or whatever. I'm like, yo, let's get the fuck up out of here, man. I can't do this shit no more.
That's irritating, man. I can't do that. That nigga security guard in Vegas kept tapping me to move. I'm like, nigga, move the string one more time. He see me talking to a girl in the club. He kept tapping me to move. All right, one more time, nigga. You got one more time because I know why you doing it. You hating it. You flexing your power. I don't got nigga asking a nigga, can we hang with y'all? I'd have been mad as fuck. And if he'd have said, yeah, I'd have still left. Nigga, I'm not a groupie.
I would have stayed only because I was partying around that time, but at the same time, I would have never asked. Only because I don't like being turned down.
I don't like kicking with niggas I don't know. The fuck?
I was trying to get some free alcohol. Anyway,
that's more important than what we was talking about though. So the point, I don't care if we missed any points because I don't think there's any points to hang on to. There was the most interesting point in the show, and most irritating point in the show is Meech walks off to the side where a nigga with a leather vest and a scarf tied around his neck is smoking weed and talking deep at the Jack the Rapper thing. And it happens to be Tupac Shakur
by
himself in the corner smoking weed, happened to be smoking with Big Meech. I'm pretty sure, so I'm gonna say this. I'm pretty sure Big Meech may have ran into Tupac and that type of situation happened.
Sure.
But this shit was so ridiculous. It was so magical of a moment. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This shit was crazy. He had on the same outfit from Toss It Up.
He did. Like you knew who he was. The leather vest and the bandana around his head. Easy.
It was the exact same outfit.
Yeah.
So we get a moment of him, Tupac, being deep in the corner, and then Charles meets the other head drug dealer that Meech has been looking for this whole time.
Yeah, Glock.
Glock, because Glock has a record label and he's trying to fuck with some rappers out there.
Yeah.
But he's like stalking Meech's dad because he knows it's Meech's dad. Mm-hmm. So they have a conversation. The little girl from before is now part of the crew, BMF. We don't know what she's doing yet, but she was there when they had the meeting and she got a brick of cash from the pawned Rolexes.
Mm-hmm.
But she's there with them at Jack the Rapper, and she tells Meech, like, look at his chain. Oh, he's part of the Miami Killers. And then from that, Meech understands, oh, this nigga is Glock, the nigga that's running the Miami Killers. Mm-hmm. And then the showdown happens. But the fight don't start with them. The fight starts on stage where a nigga said, fuck Miami, and then they start fighting. And then the big brawl happens. And then Meech does the same punch combination that he does in every episode.
And Tupac threw a stuffed animal at somebody. That's some t-shirts.
Why Tupac's fighting in this fight? I don't know.
It's Tupac.
He was there alone.
I'm surprised he didn't have Hennessy when it was Alizé in his hand. That shit was. It's almost like, dude. Like I get why. Just like you said, I get why they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like around that time, everybody was kind of like, I'm surprised they didn't show more people, right? That would have made more sense to me if they would have just had like everybody there. Like you'd have just seen like, far away cameos like, oh shit, that's Tupac. That's Heavy D over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like give them a little shot, but like dialogue.
Yeah.
Especially if you ain't gonna find the right Pac. At least get the nigga that played Pac in the movie. Like, you know what I mean? Don't just grab a nigga.
They wouldn't got Jet Jackson and said they literally like I don't think they gave a fuck. Rest in peace, Jet Jackson, too. Come back, man.
That nigga said they grabbed Jet Jackson. Lord Jesus.
Hey, that it was just like the nigga that be with Meech looked more like Tupac than the nigga they got to play Tupac.
Hey, real shit. I don't know why they just that nigga's like, I ain't shaving my head.
Yeah, I ain't doing it. It was a cameo for absolutely no reason, which lets me know they're gonna start doing this from now. I'm willing to bet anybody who's watching this show, I'm willing to bet you money we're going to see an episode where Biggie Smalls is there.
I bet you're gonna see Eminem, like while he's coming up as a rapper because of Detroit.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised he wasn't there at Jack the Rapper.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna show a look at white ball. That's the little he be getting it in or whatever. You know what I mean? Him and D12.
So them being in Atlanta, we're gonna see all the Atlanta rappers, and since them being from Detroit, we're gonna see all of the Detroit rappers. Like that's regardless. But I guarantee
that would have been dope to see like Outkast. They'll
Yeah.
be outcasts because that makes.
But they got to make it. I almost said they got to make it make sense. Don't none of this shit make sense.
They don't have to do anything.
You'll be at a liquor store and Andre gonna walk up with shoulder pads. Think like, what's up, dog? What you do? I'm a rapper. Oh man, what's the name of your little group? Outcast. Yo, y'all gonna be something big one day.
You know what's funny about stories like this is just like, because you know how everybody right now got a Tupac story. Like we've seen Tupac interviews go, like Tupac's been gone for like 20 some odd years or whatever, right? But everybody got a Tupac story. Everybody should have been with Pac the day he died. Everybody should have been in the car, right? And it's like these stories have to be true because nobody's there to say they're not. So it's like you could tell a nigga a story and be just like, oh shit, yeah, I met Tupac one time. I remember he always told me like, nigga, like, you know, watch out for the stars and this, that, and the other. But he really was like, nigga, watch out when he saw you.
and they got the story. It's the story is the same side on Biggie's side.
Yeah.
I don't know how much space they had in their vehicles, but everybody was supposed to ride with them the day they died.
Yeah.
No, I just went upstairs and went to bed. He was like, "You want to come to the club?" I was like, "No, I'm a little tired."
Yeah.
I heard one nigga say, I was on my way too, but I slipped and had to go upstairs and change, and they took off before I got. Everybody got a story about riding with these niggas before they got killed. I was supposed to be in the car with them.
If I would have went, I would have been in the front seat because I always yell shotgun. So he would have still been here. Like, nigga, who are you?
Everybody got a story on it, man.
Yeah, but
so we have no progress in my mind in this story. We're just going through the motions.
Yeah, it's just you got Henrietta is going to be on Meech's helmet. Well, the whole BMF's helmet. Charles still ain't getting the draws. Markeisha's still out here, you know, trying to give up her draws. B Mickey is still not around.
Yeah.
And
hey, I thought so. This is how you know the show is. I guess you could say the show is bad because when they showed the son, during the visit in the juvenile hall, he came out hurt. It didn't bother me.
Yeah, nobody give a fuck about that little nigga, man.
Right. It's if the show was better, that would have been a sad scene. But he came out like holding his side and he sat on the table. He's like, "What happened, man?" It was like it wasn't heart wrenching. It wasn't touching. There was nothing about that scene like, oh man, damn. It was just like,
yeah. As soon as Meech started talking at the end, the grown up Meech starts talking. It's just like, oh, that's it, huh? It's about to go off. That's what's up.
Once again, I don't think I'm gonna say it at least once every episode. Terry was meeting with the older niggas about the drugs, and he don't want them going to Henrietta go to him. I was like, he's doing this meeting. He's 17.
Yeah, he's 17, man. 17 with a lot of it don't seem like he got no pull at all because a lot of motherfuckers don't even respect T, honestly. And Meech is coming back next episode, so that's gonna be that.
Oh, he is. I don't watch the previews with us no more.
Okay, yeah, he'll be back to visit next episode. So Terry's gonna find out who he really is. Nobody.
That's it, man. I don't want to talk about this shit no more. Like, share, subscribe, talk to us, talk back wherever. If you're there, let us know, or don't let us know what y'all thought about this episode. We're just here, guys. I just wish somebody would drop some fire. We need a good TV show to come out, man. And I'm saying come out. We need from scratch, a good show from scratch. Yeah. The Shy's coming back sometime soon. We just found out last season of Power is coming out. Ghost.
Yeah, and Power Origins is coming out too, so we're gonna definitely watch that.
I think Origins is gonna be fire though.
I hope so.
I think Origins is gonna be good.
Yeah, I hope so. But they do need a dope show because there's a lot of shows out right now. A lot.
They're not black though. That's the problem.
That's true. But the ones that are just not, I guess, not our speed either. I've seen some shows. I'm just like, I don't want to watch that.
I see some. So Brian don't like doing foreign shows. I'm going to convince him to let me review them by myself. There is some black foreign. I watch a lot of black foreign shows, man. Foreign movies. I love the like African movies and like the UK movies. I'll be watching those, man. But Brian don't like watching that shit. I text him like, hey man, check this out. He just go past like he didn't see it.
Man, ain't nobody trying to watch that, man.
I do, man. Hey, I'm gonna bring us a whole overseas following, nigga, and don't jump on the videos either. I'm gonna do my own. It's gonna be called Out of America Black. I'm gonna call the segment not American Black. And I'm gonna talk about all the foreign shit I watch. Brian ain't gonna be on it, but then watching my views go up, then Brian gonna be sitting there like, yeah, so the thing about the shots in this one, I'm like, oh, now you like the shit, huh?
Nigga want to be Bobby Brown so bad, man. It's crazy.
We got a foreign audience, man. If we do these overseas shows and movies, we'll get that audience too.
If somebody reach out and be like, hey, this is the show, y'all should watch this, and it's like, I'll check it out. Like, I still haven't seen nothing.
Netflix does a lot of it. A lot of the foreign, and that should be fire.
Well, let me know when you see some fire. I feel like I feel like I ain't been recommended no fire. It's just been like, you should watch them. I don't should watch a lot of shit. American stuff. I don't just watch it. Like, somebody got to be like, yo, or unless it's somebody in it that I like, somebody got to recommend it. Ain't nobody recommend me nothing.
I will, nigga. We're gonna see if you watch them too. Y'all heard it here first. Brian said he'll watch it.
Don't give me no list. Just send me one. Send me the best one.
No, it ain't no list. It's just when they come out, we're gonna start reviewing those too. Look at his face.
Anyway, man.
Anyways, man, we out.
BMF, we out. Like, share, subscribe, all that.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.